right, welcome back. It's July 1st.
Yes, police are investigating this morning. Oh, okay. We're going to say good morning right now to Congressman Brian Bilbray. He's on the line. Good morning, Congressman.
Good morning, Sandra. Good morning, Dan. You guys are early risers.
Yes, we are. Are you talking to us from Washington this morning?
Yes, I am.
And the president is going to be addressing the immigration issue once again.
Well, we hope so.
Tell us what's going on.
Well, I think what's the problem is that obviously there's a lot of frustration over the fact that Washington is basically being held hostage for the last couple of years for another amnesty proposal like 86, and the president's getting a lot of heat for that. So I hope to see the president say, look, why don't we do a bipartisan effort? Let's find out what we agree on. And the Schuler bill, the one that basically says we need a E-Verify all employees, all employers to work at making sure we don't hire illegals anywhere in the country. That's the best way to stop the illegal immigration and reduce the violence along the border. But politics the way it is sort of frustrating. But the one place we've got bipartisan effort is that we need to crack down on the employers who are exploiting the cheap illegal labor. And
yeah, that's your approach to the whole thing, pretty much, is go after the guys who are hiring the illegals, and you take care of the problem.
You can take care of the major draw, and that's right down the line, rather than treating the symptoms. Being raised on the border, those of us at San Diego, we've been the battleground here, but the problem isn't that we don't have enough Border Patrol agents. We need ICE agents cracking down on the packing plants in Iowa and the sweatshops in L.A. that are hiring the people and exploiting them. If we did that, we could really take care of it. But the problem is, Dan, that's the people who contribute to the campaigns in Washington. That's the buddies and personal friends who have cocktails with the senators. But we've got to be willing to look at our friends and say, look, you might be making money off of this, but it's not sustainable. There's no way we can continue to exploit this thing and maintain a middle class in this society, or to maintain a culture of law and order. We're breaking it right down one time or the other.
Congressman, a little bit later this morning, we'll be speaking with Mossab Hassan Youssef. I don't know if you've been following this case.
Absolutely.
The Hamas's founder's son. And yesterday, federal attorneys basically cleared the way to give him political asylum. He's here in San Diego. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's where we need to have our immigration policy be smart. We need to use our brain and our heart at the same time, and this was one of those few times that we've seen where we've actually been intelligent the way we've handled this situation, and I think that's a very good situation to go to. I think that should be an example of what is good not just for the individual, but what's good for America as a whole, and I think this sends a very clear message around the world that we do appreciate those who stand up against terrorism, those who will stand up and risk their lives for doing the right thing and play by the rules. And I think that is the kind of message we need to see more of. And that's why we got to really watch out when we find excuses to reward those who break the rules.
Because he said that he would be killed if he was sent back to his homeland.
Well, I think a lot of people can say that, and sadly, we hear people claim sanctuary all the time. I think he proved it far beyond a reasonable doubt, and that's the kind of evidence that we should be requiring of a lot of other people that are being able to stay here in the United States who that normally wouldn't. I think he just overwhelmingly had evidence that said no reasonable person could think he wouldn't be at risk, not just in his own country, but anywhere in the world.
All right, Congressman, thank you for talking to us. And at some point, I wanted to ask you about how excited you are about the new research money going to UCSD for the algae research for biofuels, because it looks like it's moving forward.
Absolutely, and we've got some great proposals moving on that, but that's the true green fuels. Everybody complains about why we're depending on oil, but they're not willing to step forward and do what it does to provide the alternatives. And our scientists are providing that alternative now. If we can just get the government to cooperate rather than obstruct, I think we can really see a bright future.
Well, it looks like the private sector gets it, so that's good.
Well, enjoy your 4th of July. Are you going to be home or in D.C.?
Absolutely. I'll be home. I'm coming home from hopefully on Friday night to see the family. I've missed them for the last couple of weeks.
Well, safe trip home, and we'll talk to you again soon, Congressman.
Absolutely, Sandra. God bless you, and happy 4th of July, Dan.
You got it, yeah.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much.
Maybe we'll see you this weekend.